Hello, everybody. This is Grace chatting, founder of Relationship Academy and Western Women Mean Business. I just thought I'd make this video because it's Christmas time here in the UK, and well, it's Christmas time everywhere, isn't it? But I just was thinking about all those people for whom it is not a time of love, joy, and peace. It's not a time of relaxing and chilling out with family and friends. For many people, Christmas is a very, very difficult time. It's a very difficult time for those who are living with an active alcoholic or someone in their family who has active alcohol dependency issues. It's a difficult time for people who are not mentally robust. Because Christmas time is a very triggering time. It triggers unconscious memories, perhaps of difficult times, because Christmas is a difficult time for families. We have the idea that it's a wonderful, jolly, merry time, but throughout a lifetime, it's not necessarily always wonderful and jolly. And even if your life is good now, there may be old memories from when you were younger of when it wasn't jolly and merry, and those memories can get triggered, and you can wonder, why am I feeling so anxious and worried? And there are also people who don't have family and friends around, they feel like they're on their own, and many people feel extra lonely at Christmas because they think everybody is with family and friends and that the whole world is having a lovely time except them. So for all those people, I'm making this video, and it's not just to draw attention to it, but to perhaps help you to resource yourself for dealing with it. So just very quickly and easily, we tend to, most of us with difficult histories, and that's nearly everybody, and people who have been traumatized in some way. And I don't mean that everybody's been in horrendous road traffic accidents or in war zones. For many people, just being born is a traumatic event, just the whole process. And most of us are mildly, if not more traumatized than we realize, but it's all in our unconscious and it gets triggered off. So for all of us, a way of helping and feeling better if we find ourselves feeling some anxiety, and particularly if it's to the point of overwhelm, is this. Our bodies, we have 60 trillion cells in our bodies, and they all have, they're like little universes, and they all have memories and, hold things. So look, our bodies are a container, and sometimes we lose a sense of ourselves. So a useful thing to do is, we all sometimes long for somebody to put their arms around us and hold us, and we don't realize we can do that for ourselves. And when we do that for ourselves, it helps us to even unconsciously remember that our bodies are a container for us. And so just holding yourself and breathing, and just do that for a few minutes, and just be aware of being held by your own arms. They could be anybody's arms, but you're holding yourself. And notice that feeling in your arms and your body being contained. Another thing that's very helpful is to put one hand on your heart and the other hand on your head, just with a bit of firm pressure, and just go inwards and notice the feeling between your head, the space between your head and your heart. Just breathe gently and notice what's going on there. and stay with it for as long as it takes for you to feel a shift. And what you're doing is grounding yourself in the here and now, grounding yourself in your body. And when you've done that, then just take your hand and put it down on your belly here, and stay with your hand on your heart and on your belly. And notice the space there. And once again, you're grounding yourself. But you know, we have a vagus nerve. The vagus nerve runs between our head and our heart and our gut. And that is our brain system now. We understand that our brains is a system. It's not just that organ in our head. It's a system that runs our head, our heart, our gut. And actually, when you connect your head, your heart, your gut, and breathe and pay attention and focus on your head, your heart, your gut, it helps you to feel contained. It helps you to not feel overwhelmed, and it grounds you, and it reduces anxiety. And finally, just finishing this little video, I would say for those of you who are living in an alcoholic situation where normally you feel like you're walking on eggshells and you're feeling wound up and tense and maybe even terrified, for those of you, if you practice this, because some of you have asked me, how can I help my children while I'm going through this time? And I would say the best way to help your children is for you to be able to manage your inner world and manage staying calm as possible, as grounded as possible, as peaceful as possible, because it will affect your vibration, and that has a knock-on effect on your children. If you're wound up, they tend to feel wound up and anxious. If you're calm, they tend to stay calm. And it is, you know, the serenity prayer is, God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. So sometimes we can't change our outer circumstances, but we can change our inner world. And I'm not saying it's easy, but that hopefully is a resource that you can use. And you know, if you have to do that on the hour, every hour, then do it, because it will help. And bye for now.